Ouch, ouch.
I'll sleep. The ouch. Ouch.
Ouch, ouch.
So I need to know if there's any echo in there. Because it seems that the last stream he was echoing.
Good day, signer on.
Hello! Tell me, does the doctor have an echo?
Ouch, ouch.
Something is weird in my audio setup. I don't know. He does. That's so weird. So I was testing this. I made a recording. He didn't have an echo. And I thought, okay. I thought, alright. I fixed it. And are you telling me I didn't fix it? That's so weird. But let me make the game a little quieter. Specifically the ouch thing.
Ouch, ouch.
It's being played through an audio device which has no output other than through OBS. Okay, what about now?
Ouch.
I don't know. But now I cannot hear him, which is not ideal. Because he says names and stuff. Okay, there is a backup method. Hold on. I changed from monitor and output to monitor. Monitor off. I guess maybe because I'm capturing desktop. It captures it twice. Very strange. I mean, try monitor only. Mute output. Okay, let's see.
Ouch.
He's getting shot so many times.
Sup, Saladino 93.
Hey, Saladino 93. He's just being, you know,
Ouch,
abused.
ouch, 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 ouch.
Oh, God. So did that welcome have an echo? Let me recue it again.
What's cracking? Saladino 93.
Is that echoing? I hear him only once. I never hear the echo. And then I went to highlight my VOD from yesterday and I heard the echo and I was like, what? What? So I spent like an hour and a half today trying to redo my entire audio setup. And I don't know, I guess because it's playing through my default device, which I am also capturing. So I hear it
Join.
once. Yeah, it's okay. It's not like it's stream breaking or anything. Oh, okay. Let me fix the game volume now. Unfortunately, if you ever hear the dog, there's nothing I can do about that. She doesn't have the volume slider. She's right next to me right now. We had a little walk outside before the stream and I got verbally attacked again in this neighborhood. People are so annoying. Holy shit, they are protecting the lawn as if it's, I don't know, the lawn is the last pillar of the status of this, you know, whole area. They see a dog on the lawn, and this is it. The entire world is crashing for these people. A woman shouted at me like, "No, how dare you let your dog walk on the lawn?" I'm like, she didn't even do anything. She didn't piss, she didn't take a shit. Why are you yelling at me? Nothing happened. But the thing, they put like a sign that says no dogs should be. Well, it basically says literally, no dogs should be allowed to walk on the lawn. Doesn't say anything about like doing the, you know, the, whatever dogs do. And I guess it's like the law for these people. And I suppose none of them ever had dogs, and they don't understand that everything smells, and the dog would just like to sniff it, even if it doesn't want to. Yeah, I don't know. Take a shit. Ah, annoying people. There she goes. There will be a bark now. Probably. Oh, okay, there we go. I can turn on my dog cam. Hold on a sec. Dog cam. It's just my phone, but I have an app, like an IP webcam. She's so small. Oh no. She's so small on that camera. Alright, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. This? Hmm. What's the appeal of the camera? Hello. Okay. Oh, there she is. She's upside down. She's so small. I don't think I can zoom. So I'll just... Oh no. She's just sitting there looking in the window. There we go. So now you'll be able to see when she gets all excited about the dog somewhere out there. She's so small. Alright. At least, you know, I'll have an excuse to, I don't know, go there and calm her down or something. Okay, so I need a bag. And I don't remember where the bag is. So I do know where the bag is. Where was it? It seems like the kind of item you get and then you never think again about where you picked it up in the game. Like you go, yay, I have a bag. I guess I'll find it eventually. Oh, she left. Digging something. What are you digging? Oh. The cable wasn't long enough. When did I last play? Oh, let me see. Let me see. Oh no, that's me. Where was my previous VOD? Of this? 2 years ago. January 2022. Yeah. It's been 2 years. What is... Oh yeah, because I muted the stream and not the tab. Okay. I thought the Twitch was unmuting me. So yeah, it's been a while. Oh, didn't take the gloves. Oh, did. Great. Well, what were they for? Electrochemistry? Not that I need it. Water lock out of order until Wednesday. Yeah, we know that. basically 2 years. I would have finished it in 2022, but my mom got sick at the end of January. So I had no life for a year. None at all.
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Should I maybe put this here so that you could see the text? Oh, now she's next to me. This room is really large, but it's kind of a little uncomfortable where I am. This portion of the room is very narrow, whereas the one where the camera is pointing is really wide. So, what are you doing? I wish I had like a 360 camera which turns automatically, you know? I wanted to buy one, but then I got robbed last year and had no money whatsoever. Back? Yes. Oh, there we go. I wonder if she will get used to me speaking like this. She thinks I'm doing something. And when I'm doing something, it's time for her to do something as well. What? Discord? What? Oh, it's a mobile Discord. Whatever. Okay, what is going on here? The billboard falling down into the canal. What are you doing here?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Oh, I wish to eat a piece of salami.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
Do you know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershell.
The words "daredevil driver" sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Oh. The lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Right, bye. Butter sign down.
A crumpled billboard reading "Samaran butter soaks in the canal." Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
Ominous daredevil feeling. Oh, nice. What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it. Goat milk butter. The Samaran terrain makes it easier to raise goats than cows. and the local goat farmers produce high-quality meat and dairy staples that add variety to other nations' diets. It's an acquired taste.
Goat milk butter. I don't think I've ever tried goat milk butter. Must be kind of stinky. Can we do this?
Just some
No.
tasteless advertising at the bottom
What
of
the
the
hell?
canal.
This
No
is
use rubbernecking now.
this is the second 72% roll that I failed. Okay. Let's chat with the seller. Do you have any glasses?
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When the name
Oh, sorry.
Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide welcoming grin.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer,
I'm cool?
you're very cool.
Hell yeah.
Bang, 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 bang!
Really, you think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Okay. What kind of stuff are you selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where'd you get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
This is literally every marketplace out there on the internet right now. Everything's already on sale. Always 50% off or something. Even more.
But did he first mark them up 100%,
Yeah.
just so that he could put them on sale?
It's funny, like, when I first discovered AliExpress, I was like, oh yeah, that's so cool, look at the discounts and everything. And then I couldn't buy anything because I was kind of poor. So I just added items to my wish list and my cart, and I kept, I don't know, looking at them from time to time. And then the big sales hit, and I realized that there's been no change in the price. They say that it's like 70% off, but the price stayed the same, or like just a teeny tiny fraction lower. And I was like, huh? What? Did something change? Because the price that I see is basically converted to ruble from dollar. And I thought maybe like the conversion rate has changed or something. Then I kept looking and basically nothing ever changes. It's just for, I guess, people who don't know what's going on. I wonder if it actually works. But then I started noticing how our local marketplaces started doing the same. So yeah, I just doesn't matter anymore.
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think? Shake things up?
He winks. We
Anything for you.
need glasses. Where are you from, Silen?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
That's such a racist thing to say, but you're not a local, are you? You're from... This is as well... You know what? Better not to mention.
Very cool. I like your style, officer.
It's so funny because I've always lived next to somebody who isn't white or like, you know, you think Russia, right? Like Slavic country. But no, here in Omsk, there are so many Asian people, so many Middle Eastern people. You always live next to somebody who's not white Russian. And I don't know, people who are white are so racist. Holy shit. They always assume that, like, these all, I don't know, migrants from Kazakhstan or something. And they're not. They've been living here for, I don't know, dozens of years. It's weird. All of this, you know, asking where are you from is always weird. This is also weird. He wouldn't give us any money. Or would he?
No need to
No,
dress
he
this
wouldn't.
one up. Just tell him what you want.
I want your money now.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Because I want you to bribe me. I don't know, it's just the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask you. I need to get money somehow.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
He nods, dead serious.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Sorry, detective.
No, I wasn't. I'm just desperate. I only have 50 cents in my pocket.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Oh, okay. Why does the economy need saving? That's a good question. Whatever, thanks for the advice.
Very
Yes.
cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
Press
You
the
find
box.
your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging.
Something
Yay.
cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
That's cool. That's trendy. This reminds me, I need to fix my windbreaker. last autumn I tried to take it off and saw the seams under my armpit somehow. I don't know. But it's also cool and synthetic and actually good. Once in a lifetime you buy a thing which is cheap and good and you hold on to it.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only 450 for you, sir.
Okay, that will give me composure. And less shivers. Hot air rises up from the sewer, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Comforting? One of those. Okay, I didn't chat with people in the square yet. I guess I haven't really finished with the store owner and yeah, these guys down here. And who's oh, there's the bag. Hooray. It was so close. Better mouth your watch, ram it, boy. Mouth your watch. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Yeah, back. Thank you. What's this? Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Okay, we can finally collect some bottles. Yes. Plastic tear, let's go. Right. Might be enough to buy the map. Okay, where's this ruby, I think. Okay, this is closed.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Say. The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull.
Oh wait, Cindy.
What
Ruby
else
is
do you want to know?
the other person.
Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Hep, yeah, when were you last tested?
Had a battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a man-o'-war.
Despite the attitude, she puts the brush aside. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Oh, I will be wacky, alright.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
I have an opinion on this. Wanna hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. Actually, I don't have an opinion. No, let her draw the thing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
Oh no, am I cramping her style? Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
Mm. She went behind the couch. No. Okay, what else? Well, I guess that's all the dog had to say.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Alright. Okay, that's... Wait. What's this? What's this? Aha! 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 Looks like there was more construction here once, decades ago. Something. This is worth more than you ever earned in all your life. Yep, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. I'm currently sitting in an apartment which my mom bought, which costs more than anything that I will ever earn in my life. And it's terrifying. I think I'll never get there. To the point where I can... Oh, Kim! Kim walks on water! Kim Jesus! Holy shit! Oh my god! Whoa! Where are you going, man? Come back! Holy shit! Is he... Where is he going? He's gone. He left me. What's going to happen now? Can I talk to Joyce
A
without him?
striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling.
He
as
comes
you approach.
back.
Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
He just doesn't give a shit. This is how Kim travels on the water. He just walks. Wow.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
I am Harry the blah blah, and this is Kim the Jesus.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Joyce L. What does the L stand for? Lucifer, I bet.
Peyton, my maiden name.
Satan. There we go. What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Huh? Wait, what did she say exactly? Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. So, we gave ourselves away. Good.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
Oh. I'm stupid. RCM, what is that? I'm a little foggy. Maybe not. Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
The grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Ultimate.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Yes, I do.
Before you do, it would be pertinent to ask other questions. Gather more info on this boat of hers.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Lady? Cordilating. Cordilating. Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Eel's hips? Ugh.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles.
She's rich.
Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
Can I see your license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but 2 insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
Still need to see a license, ma'am. What happened the other time?
The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent work matter, much like the one I'm on now.
Actually, you don't.
Pretty sure I do. I police. What do you mean?
The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. It's a little-known fact among us law officials.
Damn it.
The Wayfarer Act is one of the few pieces of legislation governing human interaction in the Revachol Zone of Control, along with the Emergency Trade and Ailments Acts.
The what?
It's one of the foundational laws in
encyclopedia.
Revachol, designed to limit the authority of local institutions. Part of it prohibits the RCM from requesting most documents and licenses without permission from a coalition representative. It's a law that keeps Revachol what it is, in limbo.
Wait, exactly how little known is this fact? More like the Anarchy Act, so we can't pull over random civilians and demand their papers. Makes sense, I guess. How little known is this fact?
I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act.
Okay, we can't pull over random civilians.
Unless it's their passport. No. Do you want to ask for the lady's passport?
I'm going to need to see your passport. Oh, I wish I had saved before this.
Of course.
Oh. She searches the pockets of her raincoat, producing a bundle of documents in a sealed plastic bag. Look at her passport.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent.
There it is again, the light blue.
The Republic of Vespa, formerly the Republic of Vespa Messina, was once a dual kingdom. An amicable parting of ways produced 2 constitutional monarchies. Vespa, the richer of the 2, is an occidental nation known for its proximity to the Pale and its exotic financial derivatives.
Look at the photo.
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you, face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Dog is at it again. Her name is Rejoice.
Yes, but please don't call me that.
Why?
Joyce is much more efficient.
You're from the Republic of Vespa.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
Okay, give it back to
She
her.
nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Let's talk about the economics of this boat you're on.
Oh my, the E word.
Okay.
You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Preciso mundo. Class wartime, baby. Yes, exactly.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
It doesn't look like he thinks you'll best her in single combat.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here. As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Yet there are no other boats. And people who live here do not drive them. She's the only one on a boat. Doesn't matter if this is reserved for residents. Nobody else has a boat except for her. Right, I don't know if it's the Elysium. Ooh. I wish I could save. Okay,
She takes a sip.
it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Something is about to happen. Point to your head in here.
Of course.
Nothing happens for quite a while.
Where are we with reaction speed? Oh. Shit, I could level up. Oh well. Wave your hand next to your head.
It doesn't.
Keep waving your hand.
My, it's as if there's a tiny spinner on the side of his head and he's reeling thoughts out.
Except he isn't.
Keep doing it.
Lieutenant, I truly don't understand what is happening here.
No. I hurt myself by thinking too hard.
I told you his methods are unconventional.
Fuck this about
Oh
here.
no.
The highest on Legend Road. That's right. Something is happening. It's just in a different compartment of my head.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Damn. What's the word for this? Nostalgia. Okay, what are the bonuses? Perception raised. Okay. Can I talk to her again?
Officer, I am so sorry for the whole pier situation.
She's apologizing. Oh. What situation? I don't remember any situation.
Of course. You have my full cooperation and the cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
I just needed to step away to think another thought, okay? Nothing happened. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
What do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Okay, tell us about the Indo tribes.
Son Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
You're in good company. Good as in what? Do we approve of this? Got it, tell me something else.
She nods.
Can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus, better let it be.
I am glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government. The one that leases you the right to police West Revachol.
Ooh.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What's your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
In the middle of February? And it began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Ah. What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Oh,
Yes. Extremely. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
what are the demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Seems like they have no idea about business. Over-aggressive commie posturing. I don't know what to think about that. I like it. So, communist? Probably... What else? Fascist, ultra, liberal, moralist. Wrong button. Moralist? Ultra liberal? One of these is fascist. This is probably fascist. I actually don't know what to think about that. Like, what is the board? Can it be made up of every worker? I don't know.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That's a lot of people. It is pretty funny.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
Okay, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, actually, playing it this time, 'cause I didn't think about this before. It really is weird, isn't it? Like, what do they want?
And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Tell me about this union boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Okay. It can't be that bad.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of them? Of him?
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Evrard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside the brothers?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Evrard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
We did not talk to them yet, so... Effective advocate for the rights of local working men, giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol. Basically a socialist mob. I think they are a giant leech. In a way. Like everyone is afraid of them as well.
Indeed, and a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
One more thing, you said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
It's funny, I heard a story from a woman here. What was it? We have factories around here, and she says that these factories pollute like crazy. She told me that at one point when the pollution was really, really awful, somebody, like local authorities or something, showed up. Like, I don't know, whoever takes care of ecology. They showed up and they couldn't do anything because all factories are now private and they cannot step on private grounds and do any checks or whatever. So the place kept polluting everything. Kind of reminds me of this, you know? And vice versa.
Of course. How else
Alright.
can I help?
I need to pee. I need to pee. I'm back. Up, doggo. Doggy? Doggy? She looks at me like, what? Again? Oh, she's so bored. Okay. Hold on, I need to do something with my windows. All right. What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? Lost badges related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the world. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing. Huh. First one.
Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
She must have been suspecting something for a while now.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Oh, this is a red one. Oh. How do I negotiate my way out of this?
Feelings will
Hey.
guide the way.
But ma'am, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You don't understand. It's not like a side case for me. This is my main thing. You have so much else. I have only this. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer,
Fucking hell. I don't remember anything except this lynching, except there is only this coast and this lynching.
you know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting it. Somehow.
You what did she say? If you want something, you have to give something back. Well, what if I'm poor? You rich asshole.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Like what?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
I've never seen anyone figure out this drug thing.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Okay, Jesus. He wants to chat.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, I thought it was going so well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose, that we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
She wants that information from us. Oh, let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tell us about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Am I going to need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
What proof do you have that the Union is involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. What? Do we really? I don't remember this. Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Actually, let's discuss something. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Yeah, this is really strange. I don't remember this going anywhere at all.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
And why did that driver guy joke about drugs? Okay, I've made up my mind.
Yes?
We will take the case.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Why? How's you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the 4th day to the Bat's Day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Oh. You seem rich. You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality.
This reality?
She pulls her hood close around her neck.
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
I am conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
My theory is that this inquiry into the nature of reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. They're really one and the same. Actually, it's not why I need you to give me the lowdown. Huh. Huh? Huh? Are they? Not really. Or maybe yes? Yes.
Are they now?
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead. Ask.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the
Oh
first,
no.
okay?
Oh no. Whew. Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Okay. More about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
Yeah.
This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
It's so depressing when you visit a place after some time. Nothing has changed. This is like the town where my grandparents live. Nothing ever changes in there. And it stinks of the Soviet times. It's so weird. It's like a time capsule. They didn't even build any new buildings in there at all. Neither for, neither apartment buildings nor new shops. Nothing new has happened in, I don't know, latest 30 years, I want to say. It's terrifying. You mentioned the sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities. Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
Like how vast and the thought coincided. What is the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her, and to humanity at large.
Okay, what's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city?
The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact.
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Who built this city? Can I press numbers? Oh, it wouldn't let me press numbers.
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Semenine and Il Marat, depending on your creed.
And when was that?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Well, that's about as old as my city. And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we are in an unimportant part of an important place. That's interesting. Pretty much at the center of the world. On the periphery. Yeah, the first one seems nice.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
She does have a lot to say, but she is also rich and educated. And smart. So... she isn't just some... I don't know... rich person with a boat. Of all the people in this game, I think she's like the only character who has lots of composure and knowledge. Like, it's actually worth talking to her. But she's rich. And, you know, there's some, I don't know, class difference against, I guess, going on between her and us and anyone else here. She's really, really out of place in this town.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time.
Kind of like her, but she's also rich. And has white teeth and a boat, you know? So it's difficult. Yeah. Wait, did we get any points in ultra-liberal? Yeah. And communist. I guess the more we side with her, we will be more ultra-liberal.
There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Wait, what? The sea. Look to the sea, the water. Where are we?
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
He derealized for a second. He looked at the sea and didn't know where he was. That's interesting. River Shoal Special Administrative Region, Lake Coyote, Insel Indian Ocean, Coalition Government, Insel Indian Mission Command. Name after name, and none of this is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners, see if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts. The one you truly must complete. Well, let's do that then. Wait, no. How do I... This, internalize. 3 hours. No bonuses, that's good. Why did I keep clicking this?
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality.
Saw him derealize for a second and was like, okay, that's enough.
Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
But I want to know everything now.
That is understandable, but perhaps it's better not to eat all your candy at once.
Well,
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
I could still ask questions. This is impossible. All right. I think.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
I'll just ask her.
Is what you want to say.
Oh no, I
But
cannot
it isn't
ask her.
that easy, is it?
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat.
None of those sticky, scratchy synthetics.
While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible. Within reason.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Harry probably reeks. Because he has woken up from the worst hangover.
You're poor. Poor as balls.
And poor.
You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Oh, ashamed? I'm not ashamed. What is this feeling? I've never felt it before. I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech with some dough. As I should be for even considering it. This is a woman and I'm a man. Yes, I should make my own goddamn money by now. Oh, this last one. What is this feeling?
Shame? You
Shame.
haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinil?
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
We want to ask her for money, but there's shame. Volition. State. Oh no. Thank you, that's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
So, let me see. Not that map. That's perception. Physical instrument, electrochemistry, inland empire, empathy, interfacing, suggestion, interfacing again. Wait. Map wall and interfacing? That doesn't seem right. I don't remember checking there. Visual calculus. These are white and strange. Okay, we need the map because this doesn't seem very helpful at the moment. Oh, what's this? Okay, that's a sign. Let me save.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Wait, actually, probably I don't want to go in this place just yet. I'm gonna go sell all of this stuff in my bag. And then... What? Book is titled Man from Helmdale and the Wildfire. The book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. Shall we chat with this guy?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Dog is angry. What's going on in there? Hold on. Probably the neighbors arriving home and she's like, she doesn't see what's going on in there. Okay, I need to get high. No. Do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking?
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
What? No, of course not.
Then what's your deal here?
Oh, we're going to be honest with him. Okay.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Hey, what? Wait, then why are you still hanging around? What do you think could be conducting the drug trade then? Why are you hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking.
Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Once again, conceptualization. Should I put a point in it? Where is it? There. But it's already quite high. Let's check a point in there. Does this... Wait. Accept changes. Ah, it's only slightly better. Let me see. +1. Okay.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
Mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion.
Communion.
That's good.
Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity, never your own.
Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I think that may be an actual poet, and I've learned it by heart. I'm just a vessel for the muse. Did I come up with this? What happened here? In the corner of our mind. I don't really know.
No matter. Great verse is like that sometimes. Ephemeral. You might not look it. Seems you have some literary chops. Maybe there's hope for me yet.
That's a strange compliment.
Just messing with you. It's cool. You're an okay guy. For a cop.
For a cop?
They're more often into fists than rhymes, see? Let alone honesty in verse.
In a small office behind the old military hospital, hunched under the green glow of his desk light, Officer Hans Blau browses through a test print of his Futurist magazine. It's called The Futurist. The typeface on the header is too small.
Any organization gets all kinds of folk. I'm sure we try our best. doing what little I can to do right by people. Haha, what little I can. No joke, man. Fuck the police. Would Kim approve? Probably not. Hmm. I mean, I'm sure any organization gets all kinds of work, but do they try their best? Do they really? I don't know. Right.
The lieutenant looks at you in silence, a curious look in his eyes, nodding slightly.
I feel like this is more approving of different kinds of people and their interests rather than just a police in particular.
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
He gives you a thumbs up.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
Strike?
It's like, whatever's anything else.
Nothing.
Us lorry drivers. Not my thing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures?
Nothing new there. Humanox.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this? Ah, I clicked leave.
An old monument. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
What did he do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Wow. Gold-dipped feathers. It's gotta be so uncomfortable, though. Those feathers would no longer be light and soft. There's no way that's true.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
What?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Okay, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
And who restored it?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I really don't get I guess it's funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, when did he ever think that? Oh, look, a tank top. Money. That's a wild pines. Container, car, something.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma? Nah. Excuse me, ma'am?
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead.
Snap your fingers.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap them twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. I was actually hoping you could tell me that.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She heads with contempt. Where else would you... When else would you be then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
Huh. Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Buenguerro. She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
Sorry to interrupt you dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Oof. Right, some other questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Show me the soles of your boots.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
It's for important police business, ma'am.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
That's kind of interesting. Leather soles? Not the other one, please.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
There is no aberration in the pattern that you can see. She puts her foot down.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this. Another discrepancy, although not boot-related, is the coronation of His Innocence Franco Negro, which happened 500 years ago.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man. That was 500 years ago. What do you mean it was the coronation of Franco Negro?
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Herife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
She's not the old soul. These are not the boots that made the prints.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. The size is 37.
The feet of a little girl, they fit well on the pedals.
Okay. What are you holding?
Diamonds.
Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really holding?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're holding in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
I still don't really understand this whole boyadero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
A boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
That's not where I thought this was going.
You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
Okay, so before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he
Is she
doesn't
though?
think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
Oh no, she drives those routes.
Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain, the Transcatolia Magistral, you for 1A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly.
I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. Should she call?
Irmao, I already am dust.
Should I ask her? I think I should.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
That's not really what I was getting at. Where could I get my hands on an experience like that? Oh no. This is just asking for drugs. But yeah, let's look into this.
If you don't know,
Huh? She flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal.
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Again? What is it that you're holding exactly? Wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs. I don't think she cares. But what if she knew?
Why would I want to do that?
For commerce, the lifeblood of the Isolas, for the glory of the world, republic, liberation of the spirit and body. I don't know, the thrill of the criminal lifestyle. Liberation of the spirit and body?
Loman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
How can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry? You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. It makes no difference to her. So, this one.
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Loman?
Drugs? I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Loman,
Diamonds.
obviously.
Oh, of course. But she isn't carrying, hauling diamonds. I didn't ask you about diamonds. If I had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Who would it
Easy.
be?
He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
So it's... I mean... It could still be him. But... No, wait, no. Could it be... He did joke about the drugs.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
This one?
Diamonds are good for you, Loman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
Okay, that's enough of
Where
that.
do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Yeah. So... Who else is there? It's her, it's the other guy, it's the guy that sells clothes. There's also... There is also the guy who sells magazines. Let's just sell our stuff really quickly.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money
Nice.
appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. Do you know what you should do with that money?
No. No. Okay, let's go get the map. Maybe actually let's talk to this guy. Jump jams! Most able-bodied man.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Why are you addressing my... Wait, what? Remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. There we go. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him, Jim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, I want to screen cap this. Okay. He's right, you're undermining a best shot at real self-determination. Stop ripping into this guy. He's just really proud of being Ravacholian. No. So we are in a limbo. Oh, the first one. We figured it out.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Oh, come on, man. I'm just being a little racist.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job
Damn,
to make
Kim
sure
is
you
actually...
behave. I would advise you to remember that.
He's... angry.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking hey, Kim. I've got your back. Well, I think we all learned something here. Now that that's settled. Okay, let's support him.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Yeah, so what?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
I found this mag in its trash. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
See, that's what I said yesterday. You cannot just... You cannot show a racist thing and he wouldn't know that it's racist. Okay, hold on a second. I need to take a look at this email. Alright.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What are you holding?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
Wait.
Not much anymore. The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had
Sounds like a
something
cover
to
story.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
Okay, villages, huh?
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko-picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient, very prestigious.
So it's a kind of union.
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
What? To be honest, I don't know. I kind of missed what argument is being referenced. Argument. Where does he mention that? It was before all of this, I think. The strike? Is it about the strike then, maybe? Okay, that someone has to be the unpopular guy, so you're just a racist. Be honest. Okay, let's ask him for an explanation.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Okay, what else have you thought up? Yes, I can really tell you a prime example of superior design. Alright, I've already made up my mind when I hear it. Yes.
Oh?
Yeah, I think I can get with racism. No. Yeah, I'm not down with this. I'm not down with this.
Don't push your luck, Runt.
Oh, he finished the conversation.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to
What's
tell
your
me
stance
to
on
fuck off
drugs?
with drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez.
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
Purity. Ugh.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
That's... then what are you still hanging around here for?
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Huh, I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Oh, he's lonely. Okay, wait. Wheeling in Rags. Not bad for him, I guess.
It's a fucking travesty, is what it is.
Well, if not you, then who's smuggling drugs?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealand.
Ah, of course.
That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Okay.
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Wow.
Guess so.
Let's go ask Sealing then. I doubt it's him. This is actually one of the things I don't know about this game.
Now it's turning into a...
Nope. Who is smuggling drugs? Oh no, I removed the camera and the dog is dead now. He's doing a bark. Ba. Ba. Hey man.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Ah. Dylan, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives.
I don't think it's him.
Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm... Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little.
A little.
That's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you're embarrassed to tell me? Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation in the harbor? So you forgot. So you're embarrassed?
No, I just forgot.
Forgot.
Such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Okay, Ceiling. Ceiling. Stop squirming.
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
It's a specific crowd. It wasn't some drug crowd. You know who they are, tell me now. You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the drugs here. Like if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff. Tell me now.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get into this mess, raise your voice. You have to give us a reason to... What? We're body sealing. Help us out now and we'll know it was you. Okay. I don't know, I feel like this.
It's a she, okay?
She.
The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Ooh. Is it the old woman?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out.
Who are these other drivers?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
I told you it's not him. He's like... He's a little weird, but not a drug guy.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours?
Oh, Kim, come on.
The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
Wait, what? The tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Oh. How? Why did this change? Oh. Give me some money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Oh no, are we asking for a bribe? Oh no. Okay, think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
A guy told me I need money to leave, otherwise it's game over and I don't want to die. It's an investment in me, highly experimental human being, into me not telling your employer. I'm a policeman, it's an investment in good relations with the RT. This is a bribe. This is a bribe. This is weird. I think I like this one more.
A bold move. Let's see if it pays off.
Officer?
He's genuinely perplexed. I don't even want happiness or unhappiness, I just don't want to die. You said I was a cool cop, but it's not very cool to freeze. Actually, it really is really cool in a temperature kind of sense to freeze to death on a cold park bench. Yeah.
It feels great.
No.
Okay, officer. I can't leave a man in need like that. How much do you need?
Oh. 10 real? I mean, 1 million. He doesn't have 1 million. You wouldn't be selling this shit if you had 1 million. 10?
All right. This should help you get back on your feet.
Thank you. It's not enough, but it's okay. It's not enough to pay for the room. But it's fine. Alright, we did not chat with this guy yet. Or the guys at the terminal. I mean, let's go back to the lady then. What if she's spacing out so hard because of the drugs?
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
Alright, are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
Well, aren't you a lady?
The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout.
Huh.
I'm a lady like you are, Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of.
I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Why are you scary to the people who used to know you? Then who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around, when I have my movies to go to?
Why are you scared to be the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
Yeah. That's all I needed to know.
Oh, Sim.
So who is the lady driver? That is curious. Alright, this guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Yes. Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then yes. No. Then no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Then I need him to talk.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if
I need to
people see
close
us
the window.
talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
It's getting a little chilly in the evening. Still not warm enough outside. Alright. What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at a man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scab.
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait. Have you considered storming in like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
Uh-huh.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Oh, then you charge. Who are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful.
I mean, as if he would say
not toys
anything
for
true.
corporate interests.
Yeah.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
This is an official matter not to be discussed with outsiders. Yeah.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Huh. This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us
Okay,
work.
shut up.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
And what do they want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting, what does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You're wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, where is he from?
What's it to you?
I thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
Uh-huh. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer where? I frequent a lot of bars, maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Okay, he's not telling us anything.
What's it to you?
Routine.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes.
The man has turned his attention.
Have fun.
I'm interviewing
shit's
people.
wrong. I know nothing about a murder.
Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not big picky.
Okay. So now we can get into this. Oh, money.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think this lorry belongs to a tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Mm-hmm. And there is no other... driver that we can talk to. Who is that other lorry driver then? Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Phone. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We have 2 points. Very nice. What can I do? This is closed. This guy doesn't talk to us anymore. This guy?
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Okay. I had something for that. I think, maybe. Yes.
The worker is in a deep slumber. You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship.
Okay. He's really used to sleeping in whatever loud place there is. Okay, and I didn't call the number here. We could chat. Okay, let's grab the map, I guess.
Several maps. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of
Steal it
Interlinda,
instead.
a map of
Okay.
Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Oh, let's just buy it.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Yeah.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
And now we have a map. What was that? Damaged ledger.
It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
I keep getting lost in the buttons. Every single time I play this. Every time.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Energy? Okay. Okay. So are you the owner?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched as if to give it more penetration. Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
I'm not going to grade a human being.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
Literally grading her own daughter. 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. Oh, we don't want to tell her she's been chewing her nails. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong.
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
Denial is the way she copes with criticism.
I'm here to dismantle the free market.
You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening.
Depends. How much do we pay the kid?
Good, sir. What does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there.
Such criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries.
In more developed countries, this sort of thing is 2 felonies. Child labor and slavery.
Those countries will realize they've raised a lazy and spoiled generation. Are we done with the jokes now?
Jokes?
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
But I'm not joking here. Okay, we'll do this one.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's disgusting. And I told you to mind your own business.
She
you have
is
no
an
idea how hard it is to raise
asshole.
a girl in this economy.
This economy is a mysterious force, like cosmic weather, mysterious and harsh.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life
Oh my
isn't
God.
easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
It is easy if you don't put too much pressure on your own child. What the hell?
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary
Yeah.
burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong, even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market would maybe make an exception for your daughter. Yeah, actually it's super alright for kids to chew their hands off. You just said anything. Yeah, make it an exception for your daughter.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without
Haha,
change.
nice.
She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Yes.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
Oh no! It took two grown-ass men to tell you that you're being an asshole to your own child, for you to realize that you were being an asshole to your own child. Like, seriously, right? You know what? It's kind of terrible, but my whole family is like this. Until somebody else from the outside tells them that they are being wrong and terrible and they're doing things the wrong way, they never change. Like, I never succeeded making my mother see that, nor my grandparents. But if somebody else comes from the outside and goes, oh, you know, like just a remark, suddenly everything changes in the way they see you. And I never understood. Yeah? My phone doing a brr. Yeah, you can relate. That's terrible. Is Alucard streaming movies again? Oh no. Oh well. He's got the best hobby there is. Watching something and streaming it on the internet while people sit in his chat room and chat with him. I don't know, I'm not in the mood for the movies at the moment. I'm actually I didn't think I would be focusing on the game as hard as I do right now, but I am focusing on it, and that's good. Because I think I found a couple of things in this playthrough which I never noticed before. Like the whole drug thing, I never paid any attention to it. And I'm actually curious right now, because I never found where it goes. I should just check his chat once in a while, yeah. The way I watch anything, I need sometimes to pause the thing and just walk away. Maybe have a snack, do something, then come back. Like, I never really watch things in one sitting. Unless it's a TV show, maybe like an episode of something, which isn't very long. And even then, sometimes I watch half of it really late at night. And then I get tired and I stop at some point where I feel like, oh, this is a good moment to stop it. Then I wake up the next day and finish it. So sitting and watching movies with somebody is quite a commitment. I don't know. Is this ADHD? It might be. I'm not sure. But I need to kind of like switch sometimes. And yet I am focusing on this game. Anyway, I think I'll talk to her and stop for today because I'm hungry.
I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
A dull mind? Wait. Teach business lessons and she isn't learning the business very well? What? A planned movie night? Yeah, but then at the same time, it's kind of hard to plan anything. It's probably easier to just say, you know, I want to do a movie night like at this point in time. And at least, I don't know, for me it would be easier if there was a date. Then I will plan everything around that date. And I will show up. Maybe, if I'm in the mood. I mean, I'm not criticizing or anything, it's just some thoughts. Whatever, he can do whatever he wants. I might just stop this and go there and watch whatever it is. Maybe not, I don't know. Is anyone live today that I know and watch all the time? There is a guy that I have been watching for 5 years on Twitch, but he has been kind of really toxic lately and I don't know why. So I just... his stream starts like 30 minutes before now. And it's just been a constant toxic shitfest lately. I'm not sure why, and I've been avoiding his stream at this time of the day. So maybe... it's not weird. He's on different depression medication sometimes, and when he changes his medication, he kind of can have that effect on him. And also some troubles in life, etc., that kind of piles up. But anyway, it happens in that stream, so I'm like, I don't know. The game might be fun, but the guy just... it's, you know, it's worse when somebody is really toxic and thinks he's funny at the same time. That's the case at the moment. Like, it's not just, oh, he said something and then moved on. He says something and thinks it's comedy. And I'm like, oh no. I'm not participating in that. And it's Friday, so not many people are streaming on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Actually, I looked at this research tab in my dashboard, and it turns out that Saturdays and Sundays really are very bad on Twitch. Nobody watches during these days. I guess people, I don't know, have a life, do something on the weekend. I don't care. I might stream tomorrow again. Seems like my brain can handle this stuff. I had never seen those because it kind of didn't exist. This is the recent feature. And I looked because, you know, I don't know. I was curious. not like with any intention to adjust my streaming times. But it kind of explained to me why Saturdays and Sundays are sort of empty, I suppose. Always felt empty. But I always streamed on the weekend, so I don't know. And there's nothing to do on the weekend anywhere where I am. So this is a hobby, you know. Okay, let's oh, this woman and her voice. But you know what I want to say? The voice of this character fits her so well, and it's done so well. It's so annoying. It's a masterpiece from the, you know, point of view of I don't know, from the creators of this game. Okay, what was she saying? Her dull mind. I wonder what that means. That she believes in esoterics or something? Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
Oh.
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
Just like the place where I live. Or at least it used to be that. Like 2-3 years ago.
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Oh.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Of course, yes, this economy.
Exactly.
I can afford exactly 0 children right now. In this economy. She doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Yeah, sure, which is never.
And hell freezes over?
Yeah.
Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into. The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
No. I don't know.
Hey. Psst.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Because we tried to dismantle the free market. The ultra-liberal thing isn't working out, is it? How comes there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all
I didn't say that.
who have more than 25 real in their pockets.
No.
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Never said anything like that.
Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind.
You know what's funny? Skills. This is skills. They have their own preferences. Like rhetoric, apparently, is communist. I don't remember what else was what else. It's like something from the purple ones. So basically, all of them fall into the 4 categories of this: communist, fascist, ultra-liberal, and moralist. And they pop up when those options are being discussed. I don't actually know much about rhetoric. What does it say? It's blue. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Info? Oh. Cool for ideologues, conversationalists, would-be politicians. It urges you to debate, make intellectual discourse, nitpick, and win. It enables you to break down arguments and hear what people are really saying. Oh, I should have invested some points in it. You'll spot fallacies as soon as they are used. What exactly did the waiter leave out of their testimony? What was the dancer trying to divert you from? Was the double entendre intended, or did you just get an accidental lead? So, why is it bombarding me with this bullshit? It's trying to figure me out. Monstrous 7-eyed lamp of global communism.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Yeah, what is this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother.
Oh my god. Me against all of that.
You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
I kind of want to opt out for this playthrough. But then, I also... I don't know. Let's opt out. Or not. Something else will pop up at some point. I'm sure. I'm actually not sure what other options are. Quests for moralists and like fascist or liberal. Maybe opt in just for the bonuses. Wait, what does this give me? Hold on. This doesn't give me a thought, does it? Does it give me a thought? I wish I could save. Alright, fine, opt in.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what firing squads?
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Alright, fine. Yeah, it is a thought. Okay. I'd rather shit you are. We need visual calculus. I also need to unlock these. Hold on, learning cap, meaning... I can put more in this stuff. But also, forgetting this, I think... Okay. Yeah, this takes 1 point as well. Okay.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Supernatural.
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
What's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
No, I feel compelled to look at the curtain.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Sir, don't touch that.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Parapsychologically.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Always everyone. Maybe if you hanged like black curtains in there, not such bright yellow curtains. Or better yet, install a door. This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
But I sense this place calling for me.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
You do? I don't care, you can't stop me, I'll open them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Rip them apart.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Yes. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Ooh, spooky. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Ooh.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Okay, what do we have for pain? Nothing. Alright.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you.
We can
covered
retry
in
this.
dozens, if not hundreds,
Oh,
of Seminese
no.
trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Oof.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Oh god, try to breathe normally. This really wasn't the best deal, was it? I deserve this. My body deserves to suffer for being this weak and disappointing. Is that blood? Please don't cry, please don't cry. I don't want anyone to see me cry. No, the first one.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer.
Spirits?
Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
Holy words!
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
The door has damaged me. Okay. So we have 12 monies. She's here.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like,
Oh.
thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
A detective hat!
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that.
That is so cool.
Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Suggestion. Suggestion. Oh, encyclopedia. Oh, look. Okay, suggestion. Nothing on that. -1. We need to take something off. Actually, hold on. Better option would be...
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more
Ace
books?
Detective. Ice Detective. No.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How?
Okay.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Wait, what? Hold on. Do I need to... But I increased it. Does the minus not count? Oh, wow. Do I actually need to... What is it? Increase these. Minuses don't count. That's interesting. Okay, fine. All right. So, what's this? More books? This book, you don't really understand what it is about, nor does it seem important. Okay. I think we can chat to the guy in the pawn shop. Where is it? You know what's weird? Still no Steam achievements. That's what's weird. Like none. Not even one. Very strange. Okay. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. Bust of a woman. Black simply says D. A film projector. Military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. What is this?
A typical Martinez street light.
Ah, yeah, the
sits
street
among
lamp.
assorted floor and table lamps.
Oh, I don't remember. I think we can use this somewhere. Let your gaze run over the street light.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
In my living room, yeah. Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
How much for the street light?
700 real. A
Ooh.
bargain, I dare say.
Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, it seems a bit steep.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
So technical. Okay.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Ah, win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Okay, what is our interfacing? Hold on. This will be +1.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Everything you pick out seems faded.
I keep
chipped,
failing
and
everything
sad
today.
somehow. Most of them are just broken toys. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest
Locked.
of the trinkets displayed on the table.
Game, are you
Some
okay?
on horseback, others in rags, others yet in
Game. Hold on. And if I take this off, and then look, it's 2. What? Hold on.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others
This is
in
2.
rags.
And then I add 1. So it becomes 3.
You see rows of
And
toy
it still
soldiers
wouldn't let
guarding
me?
the rest of the trinkets displayed on the...
That's so weird.
The
Okay.
boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Golden orange. A sunset suite. God damn it. Game, stop speaking to me. I used to live in an apartment where the sun was... It was looking out on the sunset side. So the sun would be there throughout since late spring and until early autumn. And in the second half of the day, in the summer, just shines right into the windows. And where I live now, there is no sun in the summer. Like, I could have some sunlight right now, but there isn't any. Because it looks a different way. And I miss that sunset side. I miss that golden and orange. I loved it. It's so weird. I feel like right now I am in the winter. And when it was the winter, I did have the sun in here. And it shone like in the old apartment straight into my windows. And in the winter I felt like it was the summer. Yep. Having some what would this be called? I don't know, some sort of displacement in time and space. Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
The stuff I record myself, silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by, nocturnal animals climbing on the roof, airship rotors, that kind of thing.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
Okay, this machine right here.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, Designed in Seoul.
Oh, it's a boombox.
Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Okay.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Ah. I think some of your selections are more tasteful than others. Quite the collection.
It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Is he high? And wait, you might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors. Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard, he's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me or is it really warm in here? Why? Why would he ask that? To make him look around? And get straight to the point. Where does a man get Pyrrolidon these days?
How would I know?
No judgment, just curious. I probably did lots of Pyrrolidon before I lost my memory. Yeah.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Why is it called the People's Pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Yeah. What's a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Ah. Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Yeah. Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Yeah.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
So, we aren't asking him about our gun.
Let me have a look.
Okay, I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. No.
Another time, perhaps.
So, wonder if I need to... Do I need to chat with my station?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out, a metallic drawer, slide.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case.
Forgot to do this.
I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Okay, maybe we need to do this and then the gun thing will pop up.
10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Are they going to bully him anyway? They're going to bully him if I say this. Can we just move on?
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
They're so awful.
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Didn't you glue your eyes shut earlier and now you're making fun of me?
Lost a badge.
Oh no. Enough for this now.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask
Oh,
him
there we
if
go.
he lost his gun too. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Nothing.
10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat, please.
Nothing.
10-9, come in, officer. Over.
Nothing.
Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message, please. Did you misplace your firearm?
Just say you lost your gun. Anything else would only make the situation worse here.
Oh my god. That lowers my chances. 3 times. That's affirmative. No, put the microphone back.
The silence is almost deafening after you flick off the switch, severing the connection.
That did not go well. I guess the important thing is that you followed protocol and reported your lost items. Did we need anything else here?
Okay, let's see. Tools. Prybar gives me nothing. Chain cut does nothing. Oh, these have no bonuses. That's sad.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you.
Oh,
with
there we
anything.
go. By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
This is a pawn shop,
Oh no.
and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh god. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
I sold you my gun.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
There is only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do her jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizen militia? What if she's a vigilante?
It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Well,
of course.
Okay, so what do I need to do now? I suppose talk to that guy on the stairway. I'll just take a look inside of the dwelling for now. Real quick. Okay, this is closed. Oh, who's this? No, I cannot talk to him. There are people all of a sudden. Evening people.
Can I help you?
No. From what I remember, the first day is kind of weird and slow. So I'm going to go here. What's this? It says Greek.
Scab?
You're
Nope.
hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Alright, let's chat with this guy then. I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna save here. I need to cook some food and I'm getting hungry and my eyes are getting tired. Yeah. So this will be it for today. This will be it for today. Guess I will stream tomorrow. I don't see why not. Probably start earlier. Cause I spent some time trying to fix stuff today. Which broke. But I wouldn't need to do that tomorrow. Yep. I guess. Alright, well then, see you tomorrow. Thanks to everyone who showed up. Follow to get a notification. And join my Discord for the same. Hi. I won't be raiding today. Because it will be with one viewer. So this is it. Bye.